Hello. Okay, I have a couple things to say before we begin the VOD here. Starting off with if the video pauses at all or seems like it pauses, um, that's just me muting my mic because I don't have an editing software right now. So if there's a pause in the video and I'm just not talking, that's probably because someone came in my room or is talking to me or something. So I'll just have my mic muted. When you rewatch this, you can just skip past until I start talking again. So my apologies for that. Let me grab my pen if my computer will work. All right. Some other things I wanted to say was, um, if you do enjoy and feel like this VOD helped you improve, be sure to let me know, and that will and give me any feedback that you have because I am somewhat newer to teaching people. So yeah, I've only been teaching people for I'd say a couple months now, so I am a little new. So please, if you have any feedback, let me know, and we'll get right into this.
Moira.
Prepare to attack.
Then.
All right, you are six stacking, so I am gonna go over your comp, at least. So if you press tab, if not, I'll just go back.
Where's the?
Or I guess you won't. You don't have tab on console. I forgot you play on console. Here, I'll just go back. Okay, so right here, um, let's see. So you're playing. This. Oh, that's a little thick. I'm gonna get rid of that. Let's change the thickness here on the pen. Oh, okay. Well, guess it doesn't really want to change its thickness right now. Right. Okay. Anyways, I'll just do without the pen for right now. I'll figure it out in a little bit. So your tank line is Sigma and Diva, which is okay if you're trying to do a combo where you pull them up in the sky with Sigma's ultimate and then bomb into it, which has to have some good timing, but it's doable and it's probably pretty devastating. Sigma kind of works with anything, because he's such a flexible tank. So if you want to play Sigma with basically anything, it can work. But yeah, this is fine on your tank line. Your DPS is Ashe and Pharah. Um, which is okay, because you have the spam from the Pharah and then the hit scan from the Ashe. Ashe does have to have a position to get into though to be effective, so it's a little hard to do that on this point unless you have a good push. Bob is a really good ultimate though, so it's understandable why you'd pick Ashe here. And then you're running Lucio with this, which is alright. And the only issue here is with Moira and Lucio. The problem is Pharah can't get healed very easily. Do you know what I mean? Like, Pharah needs a Mercy or a Zen for her to get healed. So Lucio can't really heal Pharah unless she jumps down and stands in your aura, or get healed by Moira unless she once again jumps down and gets healed by Moira. So what I do right here is probably put you. I don't know what exactly you play, um, but if you're going for like a good comp here, I would either do have your Moira or you go Mercy, and then the other person can either stay on Moira if they want to. I don't think Moira's gonna have too much value though, so you could also play Anna, or you could do Baptiste also. That would probably make your support backline a little stronger because you'd be able to keep your Pharah alive, and also Mercy combos extremely well with Ashe as well. So if you didn't know this, when you damage boost Ashe on Mercy, she will one-shot headshot, and if you damage boost Pharah on Mercy, she will charge her ult way faster. So Mercy would be a very good pick here. If either of your... I found how to shorten my pen. So, Far right here does way better with a Mercy. Um, just saying. And so does Ashe. So, these two will combo very good with a Mercy. So, keep that in mind for next time. Right now, though, I'm just going to keep seeing what happens here. Maybe you guys switch, I don't know. So
Where's the? Where do?
I am gonna turn down the volume a little bit, just so I can talk a little bit over your voices.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
So right at this instant, you should be thinking what you want to do when you go out. Usually in teams like 6-stack team, Lucio or Zen is kind of a shot caller. So if you're talking to your team right now, you might want to be telling them where you want to go and then speed boost them, because Sigma can't really move himself very fast. He doesn't have a movement ability, right? So you should be looking to speed your team somewhere here. Looks like you're gonna go
Oh,
up,
there's dirt.
get the turrets, nice. Okay, your Ashe gets picked by the Hanzo. So right now, it's kind of just in a poke phase, which is fine. Okay, so there's a problem already that I'm seeing, is your team is kind of just sitting here stagnant, right? Just on this general area, and they're not really passing this corner here. So what you should do is switch your speed to heal, since you're not really doing anything. You're kind of just sitting here speeding nothing, and beat is a very valuable ultimate. So you want to charge your beat right now. So just heal your team as you're poking right now, and just poke yourself, okay? Your Ashe will be coming back shortly, so you should be able to make a push. Okay, you are pushing now. You are a little overextended here, because since you're a Lucio and you were speed boosting without using much wall riding, and you're kind of just running into the middle of the team without speeding the rest of your team through. So I wouldn't doubt you get picked here. You do. So that was a bit of overextension. So right here is probably what you should have done is, since they have a sim, you should know that there is going to be turrets along these wall right here on this arch. So know that there's turrets here, because that's usually where Symmetras put them. And as Lucio, you have a Diva, if I remember. So Diva can get those pretty good for you. And you want to speed boost through here, around there. That's probably where you want to go with this, I think. Because rushing through a sim is a little bit hard, and if you go on the right and force and like just roll over her, it'll probably be a little better for you than just rushing through main like this. Especially when you're by yourself, you're gonna get melted really fast. Okay, I was making sure that I'm recording. I do believe that I am. I am. Okay, we'll look at this again.
Found the point.
Okay, this is a bit of a risky play for... I can't tell who's on the point over there. Anyways, one of your teammates was able to get back and sit on the car, or the point, right? Your Ashe just died. So your problem here is, I'd say, I'm sure he's telling you to push up right now, but I don't know if it's a great idea. You might want to say no, let's not push up, because our Ashe just died. So you might just want to roll up on this corner, since they are gonna fall back. So go up to that corner, get some poke, because they are gonna go back and try and deal with your friend. If your friend has any way of getting out, he should do that right now. If not, then you should probably just let him die, as weird as that sounds, and then just reset again, because we can't keep staggering. So let's
now,
just
guys.
see what happens. So you do go up to the corner and you do spam. That's good. but there's danger here. They have a Hanzo on the bridge right here. So this is scary. He can one-shot you, and you're a little bit far out. So you should have only went up to the corner, not poked all the way out here, because Hanzo can end you quickly. Your baby diva is probably gonna die here because there are turrets right there. Um, and that's another reason. Now that you're stuck out this far, the turrets are gonna slightly slow you down, and Hanzo has a way easier chance of shooting you because of that. So poking that fast like that was not exactly the plan, or wasn't the best thing. And it looks like your Pharah was the one that touched, and they will be able to get back safely. It looks like anyways, unless Hanzo hits a good shot.
Now push, push,
Let's
push.
see here. So yeah, your baby diva did die to that. You did react and kill them. That's good.
Guys, there's a Hanzo on top.
Just heal, just heal. That's
Hanzo,
good.
Hanzo.
I almost come off.
Hanzo's still up there. So right now you should probably tell one of your teammates to go contest the Hanzo, because he's just raining down on you, and he's gonna build dragons super fast, and he's gonna keep getting picks.
Hanzo's killing me.
So when you die like this, you should press tab and look, okay? Because you kind of do it. You're flickering it on and off, but you're not. That's not a long enough tab or whatever button you press on console. I don't know what button it is, but the button to bring up the score screen. Okay, I keep saying tab because I play PC. But whatever you do to bring up the score screen to see what the enemy has, you can look at what they have and try and track their ultimates and say, okay, they probably have dragon. They might have bomb by now. I don't know, right? So they just use dragon, so they're not gonna have dragon. That was just an example. They might have bomb though, so you do need to be careful. But just try your best to track ults, and also press tab so you can see what ults your team has, and so you can see if the enemy team has made any swaps since you killed any of them. I don't think you've killed any of them yet though. And then also press tab to just know who's alive, really, because when you die, it's a perfect time to just press tab and kind of read what's going on. Okay.
Helden sterben nicht.
I almost have ult.
Okay. This is a bit of a hairy situation. But I did find this a good time to cover how to actually build your ultimate on Lucio. So, if you want to give yourself the challenge, go ahead and pause. Give me your best guess on how you would charge your ultimate as Lucio. And just think of it in your head. And, so how you do it is by amping your heal. That is how you charge your ultimate the fastest on Lucio. So speeding and doing damage is okay, but it's not what's actually going to charge your ult. Because here, I'm going to play it back just a little bit here. Look, as soon as you jump into this room, you're going to charge your ult quite a bit. Look, look. Look at your ult charge when you go in the room.
I almost have ult.
Did you see how much ultimate charge? You're just barely now going to get beat. You went from 85% ult charge to 100% in a matter of seconds because you amped your heal in a damaged team. So you charged really fast. So now you have beat, which is a very valuable ultimate. You do die though. I think that you could have went in there, amped heal, and then like got your team out with it. Like say, hey guys, get out, get out. We need to reset, right?
Guys, now we need to push, okay? With Lucio.
Yeah, I'll tell you
Ultimate is
what
ready
he's
to
on.
be unleashed.
So it looks like
Wait, group up, guys.
you switched to Hanzo, which is fine. Amping speed, amping heals right there when you already have your ult A, and B when only one of your people is critical is kind of a waste of amp, because amp is very important to use. It's alt. It's sorry, not alt. It's an ability that you want to keep. You don't want to use this ultimate right here. This is a bad usage of the alt, or I keep saying alt. It's a bad usage of the ability. You do want to use the ability when your team is starting to get hurt, or you're engaging, or you're in the middle of a fight, and it's going to give you the edge. So a lot of the times, winning is just simply about the ability usage, whether that's alts, whether that is simply your ammunition and your weapon, or just your abilities on the bottom right hand of the screen there. So since you did use amp, you might want to just consider waiting until you have another amp to speed boost your team in, because your team is a team that kind of needs to get speeded around. So right now, you should just be focused on suppressing them. This is big. That was a really well-timed ult by your Moira there, because their shield just broke. So now what you need to do is in 4 seconds, amp speed through one of the corners, right? And beware of the turrets. Those are still up. Okay, now you go, guys. We gotta pick on the sim. Rush through their wall, right? Because they just used their wall. They pushed up too far with their wall. This is a mistake by the enemy team. This is when you should push when you see these kind of mistakes. When you have your amp and they push their barrier up too far like this, this is a specific mistake. So go ahead, amp your speed boost your team in with the amp, and rush to point probably, or rush onto someone and kill them. You got another one, and now you're ulting with the Sigma. This is probably a little bit too many ults to be using in this fight here.
Push, 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 push.
Yeah, speed boost. Okay, beating there was really bad. Because you already won the team fight, so there's no reason for you to win, for you to beat when your team is already won the fight like this. You've already used Barrage, you've used Sigma's ult, and you've used Coalescence, right? That's my best drawings of like Coalescence. I don't know. Anyways, and now you're using beat, right? These are 4 ultimates, okay? So you gotta be careful using this many ultimates especially when the fight's already winnable. So the first ultimate you used was Coalescence. This was number 1. Number 2 was Barrage. Okay, that was good. Coalescence Barrage. That's a fine ultimates to use in the fight right here, because you did an introduction into the fight with your Coalescence, right? And then you use Barrage to get another pick. So you got 2 picks with your ultimates. So it's already a 4v6. So unless the enemy team starts retaliating with their own ultimates, there's no reason for you to use your Sigma ult as the 3rd ult. And then when Sigma did use his ult, because he did, he got a 3rd one. So now it's a 3v6. So there's no reason for you to use a very valuable ult like Beat when you've already won the fight. Okay? So you've won, and now you're boosting your team's heals, right? Like super, you max out their health bar. But they don't need all this health because there's only 3 people they have to worry about. You only have to get 3 more people. So all you have to use is your normal abilities, right? Now, let's say one of them gets a massive Reaper ult suddenly. Then you should beat. You use your beat defensively in these kinds of situations, okay? I don't think they actually have a Reaper. That was, once again, just an example. If you even wanted to right here. I don't think this bomb's going to get enough of you to make a difference, but you can beat right as the bomb is about to explode, and then it will save your entire team. That is also something you should do. Because if you notice, your beat has ran out, and none of your team really used it to your advantage. So you should have just saved it and used it more defensively, or used it for a later engagement. Yeah, see, that's what I was talking about. So that got three of you. You could have saved your team right there. So you used your beat way too early. You could have used your beat right there and saved your team.
Oh,
Okay, okay. Complete the bush, guys.
So when you're saving your team from a bomb, you have to beat right as the bomb explodes. So you have to get the timing down. So it has to go, let's break it down, and you have to do the sound wave on your team to give them all that extra health right as the bomb explodes, or else your team will still die. So you have to be really good with the timing.
Nice to get one brick.
That is unfortunate though. You did just pick their sim though. If you guys regroup right now, and I mean like if you guys reset in the choke, you could re-push in and get a lot. You are switching to Brig here, and the new Brig is something you have to play a little bit more passively than the old Brig, because old Brig was a very tanky healer and this one heals a lot more. So
Oh my god, we don't have time.
okay, nice. You threw 2 armor packs into him. I doubt he'll need a third one, but you throw 3 into him anyways. So the way the armor packs work is when you throw one in, it doesn't actually heal more. It just heals him faster. So when you're throwing 3 into him like that, he'll heal up super fast. Like, watch his health bar right now. See, he got healed up really fast right there. 1 health pack will heal them the same amount as 3 will, but it will heal him slower. So if you heal him with 1 and it heals up super slow, right? And then you heal him again, that now it will add to that health. But if you spam all 3 really fast, it will stay and only heal as much as 1, but it will go much faster. So you did throw all 3, so he healed up super fast. I don't think he needed all 3. You could have saved 1 more to heal him extra in case he got damaged again. And just use the first 2 to heal him, moderately fast, but not slow like 1 health pack would do. You could also use your whip shot to hit that diva right there, and shoot out your burst healing.
Hanzo, come back.
So yeah, as you saw right there, he got damaged again. So if you had an extra health pack right there to throw into him, you might have saved him. Okay.
Diva, baby, Diva.
So your Pharah's flanking again. And so now you guys are trying to get an engage. I would throw a health pack on your diva right here. Nice. You threw 1. That's exactly what I wanted to see.
Diva, wire behind you.
Yeah, go ahead. Play a little aggressive here. Just be careful. Boop him. Oh, you already used it. I didn't actually see you use it. My bad. Okay. Alright, that was alright. You only used 1 ultimate to win that fight that time. The engagement was much cleaner. You could have probably used an armor pack on your Pharah. She didn't die, but it would just been good insurance. But other than that, you guys did that pretty cleanly.
Let's go. I'm on fire. I have gold.
Nice.
4 gold. Middle.
I only
Nice.
have 2.
So you can hear the turrets getting set up. So as Brig, you need to know that you don't have very much range. So if you walk outside, just be aware that there's turrets there, and you might not be able to kill them all without using your whip shot.
Where are the turrets?
Okay, your Hanzo handled them for you. That's good. So as Brig right now, I'd just be moving the cart like you are. Nice. Good job on the Mercy there. I'd go after that Sim. Exactly. Good job. Get that turret out of there. Not looking too bad right now. Little armor pack to save your Moira from getting damaged from a baby diva. I mean, that's kind of unlucky. You guys, I don't know. Your team could have probably told you that Ryan's flanking. I don't know where he came from exactly, but also as soon here, if you want to know how to block Shatter, it is a little hard to do. Especially I know you probably aren't that like good at reacting yet, but here, I'll tell you. I am a main tank player, so and just a tank player in general. So here, I my okay, here I'm fixing my pen. 1 second. Okay, I fixed it. So, okay. So, to block shatter, you need to react on the first syllable, which means when he says "ha," you need to have your shield up already by the time he's done saying this syllable. If you have your shield up that fast, you will block the shatter, and you probably would have blocked for your entire team as you got shattered into a line. This is really hard to do. You need a lot of practice blocking shatters, but you can do it on Brig because you do have a shield. Um, and it would have been really sick if you just 180 blocked his shatter. But yes, you do have to react in the first syllable, which is very tough at first to get down. Lucky for you, the Reinhardt charged instead of Fire Striked and just swung, so that's a mistake by him because that's not the enough damage to kill anyone, really. Uh, your D.Va did get demech'd. Sadly, he did connect the charge with that, but the rest of your team should be okay, and you should win this fight. Yeah, go after that Ana. You have Bash and the whip. So you can just, yeah, just keep doing your thing right here. Okay, that's exactly fine. Good job.
I have ult. You guys told me to ult.
Giving your...
Mercy, mercy.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Just stun the Ryan, stun the Ryan. Yeah, 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 nice. Good job. So far, the Brig is looking pretty good, honestly. Yeah, go after that Sim. She can't live. Don't let her live. Nice. Stun Ryan. Yep. Good job. Good job. Nice. So you dig your main tank got bombed on, and now they're rezzing. You can rally here if you wanted to. It's a little late now. You might have been able to save that fight with rally. Just about. Here, I'll tell you when you probably should use it. Because it's still very winnable right now because your team is just winning the fight. But then the bomb gets your Sigma. Right now, I would just go, rally to me, and press triangle, and just start grouping up with your team. Just say, guys, I'm rallying. Group up on cart, and get my rally armor. Basher. Oh, you missed. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, since you didn't rally here, you kind of just need to reset because you die here. I don't think your team's going to get this one back very easily.
I have ult again on this.
You could have also killed their Ryan there, but you missed the swing. It's just a little unlucky. Let's see here, let's see. That's big. The dragon is that combo? Okay, now I'm gonna explain to you why you executed this extremely well. And I don't even know if you've realized how you executed this really well. So, the combo you just pulled off is the Sigma ult with the dragon. Right? So far you're like, what does it have to do with me? You'll see. Alright, you're just dealing with the D.Va here. And then he's just like, I'm gonna ult. The dragon comes in. What this Ryan is thinking right now is, oh yeah, when I land, I'm gonna just shatter your whole team. I'm just gonna shatter your whole team. And look what you do. You walk behind him and then stun him so he can't shatter, and then he just dies. That was perfect execution on that stun right there. The only way that could have been any better, because I guess you can't really technically call it perfect, is if you waited until you heard him start shattering and then stunned him out of it, right? And that would have not only canceled his ult, but got rid of all of his ult charge. So he couldn't shatter anymore for the next fight or so. And I wouldn't recommend using more ults because you are on your third ult here. So I just tell your team, oh, now you're on your fourth ult. So you are using too much ults still. So if this is a group of friends you play with often, something that you guys could work on together is some ult economy, which is basically just means planning out how you're going to use your ults a little better and not just throwing 4 out. Because that combo at the beginning was huge. That was good enough for you guys to just win. And maybe the Coalescence, just for insurance. But that Diva Bomb might not have been needed. Or the other way around. You could have Diva Bombed and then not use the Coalescence. It's really up to you guys how you want to execute it. But you guys are using too many ults right now. Hopefully you save your rally.
Nice.
Okay, you do. It looks
Get the
like.
point, guys. Get the point. Team kill. No, only Diva.
So, okay. You guys are at a situation... Oh, I didn't mean to full screen. Okay, so far, you guys are at a situation where... I think you only have 2 ultimates. Yours, which you should use at the beginning of this next fight to armor up your team. Brig Rally only lasts for 30 seconds. So, let's armor up your team. Once you start seeing the enemy come out. Nice, on the kill. Right now. Right now. Okay, you did slightly late, but it's fine. Getting this in. Getting this in.
Oh, yeah.
Rocket barrage incoming.
Healing your Diva fast. Looks alright, looks alright. This guy hasn't shattered yet. He still has it, but he's not using it. Okay. Yeah, get that Genji. Don't let him live. Nice. Good stagger. You should just win here. Okay, what you guys need to do is kill the teleporter because they're just going to keep contesting endlessly like this. So you need to kill the teleporter. Okay, right there you could have actually saved your Sigma, and you're like probably wondering, how could I have saved him? I used all my armor packs on him. So here's what I'm saying. So you actually take the time to just heal him and not damage Ryan. Brig heals when you hit things. Did you know that? She has a passive, I don't know what it's called, but basically it puts out bursts of healing around her, and it heals everyone around her whenever she hits something with her whip shot or with just her normal melee. And she'll heal everyone around her. So right here, armor pack, whip shot the Ryan, so you save your Sigma a little bit. And at the same time, after whip shotting him, you heal him also. So then after that, you put another pack on him. And then you hit the Ryan and bash him. So then your Sigma lives even more. And then you heal him again with another armor pack. And then you hit the Ryan until he dies. And you basically would have saved your Sigma right there. But you don't use any of your abilities to peel for your Sigma. And if you don't know what the term peel means, it basically just means to help out your teammates. So if you're at a higher rank, your healer might say, peel for me, peel for me. That just basically means go back and help her because she's getting dived by a Genji or a Winston or something like that. So you cap. This Ryan is in a horrible spot. You should just start hitting him because your spawn is right behind him. So just kill him. Yeah, that was good. No! There's no map right there.
I almost have ult again.
Feels bad. I mean, if you look at it this way, at least you did. At least you jumped before you fell off the edge. Because when you don't jump, the last melee thing or movement or like CC ability, I guess, like something that boops you, which in this situation is Ryan's hammer, it will count as ult charge if you fall off the map, which basically means it would say in the kill feed Ryan booped you or Ryan killed you, and it would have given him all of that ult charge from booping you off. And I think he actually still has shatter, so I don't really think that would have mattered that much, but at least you jumped off the edge instead of just walking off, because that would have given him ult charge because he hit you. And that kind of goes for anything if you didn't know that. If you get meleeed even, because melee actually has a slight booping effect on every hero. So if you get meleeed and just walk off the edge, you can try it in a custom game. If you get meleeed by someone and then just walk off the edge, they'll get all the ult charge for booping you. That's how the game actually works in that fashion. It's a little weird, but yeah, at least jumped. I don't know. I felt like that was a good time to explain that little tip to you. So, I mean, if you look back at it, you jumped off the map and you got an extra tip out of it. So, hey, I mean, like,
Guys,
it happens.
Reinhardt behind.
Yeah, this Reinhardt's still staggering himself so bad. Like, oh no, he did use Shatter. I remember. So you actually didn't give him all charge. Good job. I mean, not good job for jumping off the map, but still. Good reaction time. That was good.
No.
Oh, he got booped off by the... Okay, so the Ryan's just bullying you guys. Feels kind of bad.
Okay.
Although you guys pushed the car really far. Wow.
Come with me, okay? I'm Farah.
Okay.
But you guys really pushed that cart really far. I didn't see what was going on in there, so I don't know. So once again, you can be like, guys, let's start off the fight using my rally, and then you pop a rally, and then rush in.
Okay, I have ult.
But right now, you guys need to reset because you guys are dying, and this point is really hard to win with your team barely alive, because you're fighting so close to the enemy spawn to where if you kill them, they'll just respawn and come right back. But if they kill you, you'll respawn, have to do a really, really long walk to get back here. So you need to be aware that your team's dying, and as a Brig or in a team composition, normally the off support is, and Brig is arguably the actually, so is Lucio. I'm not really going to get into that. That's a little controversial about what's off support and what's main support right now. But basically, Lucio, Zen, Brig, they're kind of shot callery roles. So you could just tell your team, guys, let's reset. We're 2 down right now. We can't fight them this close to their spawn with only 4 of us, right? No matter how many ults you have, you're probably not going to win. So you used way too many armor packs on that Sigma right there. Remember to save your abilities, because you don't want to just use all your abilities. Because they're important in fights.
Only can destroy the turrets, okay?
So, I'm going to get this out of my way. Okay, so I'm not sure if you know about the Symmetra buff, but she does a lot of damage right now. So you might want to have not shield bashed away from her, but shield bashed her and then maybe rallied, because Sim just does a lot. And honestly, I don't even know if walking out into the battlefield right here was a good idea anyways, because your team is still a little staggered. Like, you guys should still be regrouping a little bit. Jeez. Alright. It doesn't look like you're gonna get this last point here, but that's alright. You got, you're switching to stall characters, which is Mercy, because she's fast. That's, good game knowledge, I guess. But it still doesn't look like you're gonna contest. That's fine. You guys actually pushed pretty far. It's totally winnable.
Nice.
Someone be Pharaoh. I can be Lucy. Someone wants to be Pharaoh.
2-0. Switching sides.
I actually thought for some reason that you are an off tank player.
Prepare your defenses.
Okay, okay.
Someone be
Select
Pharaoh.
your
I can
hero.
be freaking Pharmacy.
Wait, maybe. Okay, okay, nice. Guys,
Oh, yeah, or
but
it's about to be.
if there's soldier or McCree anything, I will be Tracer. Okay, I'm so pro on Tracer.
Okay.
Yes, yes. But no, no, no. We know. We need maybe Tracer. Okay. Now it's good. Now it's good.
It's good now.
You should have a.
All right, BAP.
You have a
If you
support
I
wanna
or
win,
keep
something.
unfull screening. Okay,
if you
BAP.
wanna win,
Guys, I have gold.
Very interesting. I like this character,
hey,
honestly.
if you wanna win,
So,
I can take Ash.
here when you I caught you. Okay. Let's look at your comp again, like we did at the beginning. Except I'll probably blow through it a little faster here. All right. So this time you're running instead of an Ashe, you have a McCree. The tank line is still the same. Instead of a Lucio, you have a Baptiste, or instead of a Lucio / Brig, you have a Bap. You have Mercy this time instead of a Moira to combo these two combo very well. So while they're up there, you can actually heal your tanks right here. And then McCree kind of just use some corners. McCree's fine. He'll probably do okay. I trust your McCree. I think he'll do okay. Yeah, this comp looks pretty decent compared to your last one. I think it's a little better.
I have gold medals.
So let's see what happens
Okay,
here.
then
Ticked.
Attackers
Gosh.
incoming in 30 seconds.
87 kills. 3.
Here, I'll also take the time to go over Bap's abilities because his abilities might be a little confusing to some people. So his abilities both have very long cooldowns. So let me just get this out of the way. This ability right here, his little healing burst that he has, it's a really honestly bad ability. It's not very good. Just use it if your team's getting low. Just burst your healing out. It doesn't really matter. That ability is not very crucial. You can even use it to heal yourself if you're low. Like, it's not that big of a deal to worry about that ability. However, this one, the Immortality Filled, is a huge ability. You do not want to just waste it. If you waste that, the enemy team will, at higher elos especially, will track that ult or that ability and then wait for it to get used and then just pop like a nano blade or something and just go just slam your team. They'll just destroy you. So you have to be really careful about using that. Make sure you're using it in times that you need it to save your teammates, not just to use it for a push, okay? So use it to save your teammates, not to push. Use it almost always defensively.
I have
Come on.
87 kills in game with us.
Okay, take Ash.
Pharaoh, where
Yeah.
are you going?
10 when
Ah,
not
you
out.
are.
5, 4, 3,
No, Pharaoh, I can't heal you.
1.
Okay, I don't think you're gonna do it. So at the beginning of a game with BAP, you can actually look straight up in the air and start spamming your healing nades straight up into the air, so they'll land once the enemy team starts poking, they'll land back on the ground and start healing your team. And by then, you'll actually have double healing for a very short amount of time because the volley of healing grenades will start landing on the ground, healing you guys. And at the same time, you'll have reloaded your gun and are healing your team. So you're actually hitting them with twice as many for just a little bit. So to do this right now, just look up slightly at an angle, so if you're sitting back here, and just shoot grenades straight up into the air and they'll land back down on the ground by the time the enemy team gets here.
Attackers incoming.
From the left, from the left, from the left. There's Genji.
The enemy team's moving kind of slow, so that little trick I just said the grenades by this point would start landing right now. So since the enemy team's moving so slow, that would have probably not been as effective. But hey, it's still a good tip to do with BAP. It's just it's pretty helpful to just heal your team at the beginning of a fight. you, I, you don't want to do that grenade thing where you shoot them straight up in the air all the time because the enemy team will eventually catch on and just catch you while you're reloading and dive on your team in the middle of your reload. So just be careful. Like at the beginning of a game you can do it, but not like at the beginning of every single fight. Like you can throw one up there every once in a while, but it's not really worth it. It's more worth it to just heal because that's your job. You just got to heal things. So just shooting grenades randomly in the air like that is only good right at the very beginning of the game on defense. So right now just focus on healing.
Got him.
So that's a little unfortunate that you missed your AMP filled or defense fill. I can't think of the name of it. The frisbee thing, you missed it. Oh well. The amplification matrix. That's what I'm trying to say. You did miss it. Unfortunate. I know what you're trying to do. It wasn't a bad time to use it. If you actually were able to hit it on to where the Ryan was gonna land, that would have been very cool looking actually. But I do get what you're trying to do. It sucks that you missed though. Feels bad, I guess.
I got
The
this.
point.
You're doing a pretty good job with these heals. You're not like a lot of healers where they just a lot of silver healers at least where they just damage, and it's like that's not your job. That's the DPS's job. Just heal, set. Because they'll blame their DPS for doing bad, but like, how can you blame your DPS and tanks for doing bad when they don't have enough healing? You know. But you're doing a pretty good job on healing right now. Just watch, don't get too close to this Ryan, because if you look at your health, you're one shot. So let's not get, yeah, okay, so you got stuck on the cleave damage. You should have been backing up a little bit. You're not a close range healer. You can actually shoot those grenades pretty far, so you don't need to walk up that close. It looks like you might lose this fight, but you did pick the D.Va. It might be winnable. Yeah, nice. You're shooting those grenades from a far distance. I was just about to tell you to do that, but you're picking up on it. If you get if you actually get the distance of those nades down, good job on you. I don't have those down, honestly. I don't really play this character that much, so I don't actually have those distancing downs. But if you ever get those down, that could actually be a pretty big help when you're actually respawning, because you could be healing your team from super far away.
Give me heal. Oh, you die.
Objective lost.
So it is time for a reset. I don't think you can save your D.Va. Sigma got here. You're down 2 right now. You guys should probably back up around this corner, because they're just going to push up. Okay, you were backing up. That's good. This Reinhardt, the Reinhardt on the enemy team is really aggressive. You could exploit that and tell your team, this Reinhardt's charging a lot. Whenever he charges, let's just focus him. Get some target calling in there, because once again, if this is a team or a group of friends that you play with a lot, let's start setting up some stuff, right? Let's get some shot calling in there. Let's get some target calling in there. Let's track some ultimates, right? Let's get some SR, you know? That's how you do it. If that Reinhardt's being aggressive, let's say, all right, guys, that guy's charging in a lot. Let's kill him, right? Let's get him. Let's punish him for his over aggressive mistakes. So if you want to start telling someone on your team to start target calling, preferably a tank player, they're a lot of times the best target callers because they're right in front of your team. And then, yeah, you can start setting up things like that. It would be really cool to see you guys come together like that.
Get Reinhardt.
So that was actually pretty good that you stayed in your immortality right there, because the Ryan was unable to actually do anything to you, and their team was not actually killing your immortality field very fast. So hey, you live. Good job. Let's find that mercy kill. Nice, we got her. I keep clicking pause on accident.
I'm dead.
I have a spawner.
Yeah, you might want to tell your
Mercy, don't rise. Don't rise.
you might want to tell your
Ash,
ferret
come
to
back,
play a
Ash.
little bit less aggressive because you can't heal her when she's that far up. If she needs to go that aggressive, she needs to have a mercy with her, because Bap can't really heal her that far up, or Bap can't usually heal far that much at all unless far is on the ground.
Dead.
Oh, I'm dead.
So if Ryan's on you right now, and you're using all your abilities. You use both of your abilities. You have to tell your team, let's kill this guy, dude. He's on me. He's on me. He's on me. You know? Which your team does peel for you. That was good on your Sigma there. Yeah, now you don't have your Matrix, and I think that Genji might have known that.
I need healing.
Baptiste, I'll res you. Actually, I'm helping him. Stay near the diva. Stay near the diva so we can heal you both. Okay, diva.
Helden sterben nicht.
Sigma, you're back.
Need to pick Symmetra. Someone needs to kill Symmetra.
This is bad. Why'd you jump down? Just walk back. Right here. All you have to do is turn back around over here and just walk back to the door, okay? You don't have to go challenge the enemy team by yourself because you're probably gonna die here, and you don't want to do that. You want to reset right now. The fight's lost. You guys gotta reset. The enemy team still has quite a bit of time. It would be much more helpful to just get a nice early as possible reset and hold them at the next spot on the bridge, right?
Need to pick Symmetra.
So jumping down right here was not the right call. Especially since you already have your ultimate, so there's no reason for you to try and charge your ult. But you actually might pick this diva here.
And stay on point.
You do? Okay, so I think you might actually even live here. That's amazing. An enemy team, usually if you just jump in front of them, they'll just kill you. Like, it's actually, you got really lucky you lived there. You should not have lived there, really. Okay, pretty good window. It's right on top of the bridge. Yeah, this team's kind of screwed right here if they don't do anything fast. That immortality was arguably good because you don't really have to worry about Blade, and you're also getting kind of low, so I'm not going to say it was a bad one, but you might have been able to save that a little bit sooner. But it was alright. Nothing too bad about it.
Got him.
And then you're bobbing here. You use 2 ultimates to win this fight. And it doesn't look like you're going to kill that. Oh, I guess they're still alive, kind of. That bob could have been placed a little better. They didn't need to put that on the card. They could have just thrown it at this tree right here. If they threw it on the tree right there, it probably would have done a little bit better because it would have just gotten a ton of picks. You're really good at hitting these headshots with this burst. It's really, really good, actually.
Yeah, Moira.
Guys, Ryan is behind. Ryan is behind.
Oh no, baby diva killed you. Oh no, she remeked.
Oh my god, guys.
That's so sad.
I'm dead.
Stay on payload, everyone.
Yeah, don't ever get off this payload. The payload rate, that was whoever said don't get off this payload, everyone. That's a really good call. You do not want to let the enemy team have this point with this much time, ever. Actually, now I think about it, you never want to let the enemy team have this point. Just stagger yourselves constantly trying to not let them have second point. And the reason why this is on this map is don't do this on any other map second point, but this one. This one's second point is so important to keep because they have to cross the bridge or go over here, right? That's a really weird looking arrow. Let me try that again. They either have to go this way or they have to go on the bridge to get back and fight you, right? They could walk all the way around here and go on that little bridge, but who does that? That's a horrible spot to go on attack. So yeah, holding this part right here is so important. And another reason why is because your spawn on third point is super close anyways. So even if you do stagger yourselves and you lose the point, you'll respawn super close and you can fight on the corner with your team anyways, as long as you reset correctly. So here you just want to fight on the point as long as you guys can until there's literally no way that you guys can fight any longer.
Guys, stay contesting the farm.
And like I said, I don't want to confuse you and make you do bad on other maps. On other maps, you do not want to fight constantly to get the second point. On payloads, usually second point is very important, but it's not so important to constantly kill yourself like it is on this point. This map's second point is just so crucial to holding. And even if you miss it, it's fine because third point is such a close spawn for you. Unlike say on King's Row, where the third point spawn is pretty far away from where the second point is, right? So I don't want to confuse you. This map is the important second point. Okay, quick thinking from hiding from the bomb. That's good. Be careful with the turrets. You're very, very low healing burst. Very nice. Heal your team. Heal your team. By the way, if you're in that close proximity, Baptiste can actually shoot his burst rifle and also shoot his healing grenades at the exact same time. So if the enemy is just diving on you guys, you can shoot and heal at the same time. You can just pull both triggers, right, on your controller. Just pull both triggers and you'll do it, and you'll shoot both fires at the same time.
There's a Hanzo behind.
Yeah, shatter blocking is still something that you guys don't quite have down. Yeah. Unfortunate.
I'm dead.
Yeah, they might get it here. Yeah, just keep contesting. Whoever's saying this is very true. Just keep
No,
contesting.
what are you doing?
Okay, that res there might not have been the greatest thing. If I was at Mercy, I would have just jumped on the cart and kept stalling. Your Sigma here probably shouldn't be rocking. He should be running at the point trying to stall if he thinks it's possible. But it looks like they're gonna get it.
Okay, no.
We shouldn't be using the ults here. Even if you win this, it's probably, they already capped. It's not really worth it. They're just gonna respawn right here. So you kind of just want to reset up for a better position. Then again, if you do win the fight here, it's a one fight and you only used one ult for it. I guess actually you use your matrix, so that's not very good. You should not have used any ults right here. You should have just reset, fought on the next corner, and then use ults there. Because that's just a way better spot to reset. You guys are kind of staggered out right now, so if you have a high chance of just wasting these ultimates right here, and that's not what you want to go for.
Guys, did I go with you?
Guys, I got stuff. I got their mercy.
So your Sigma's dead. They did get the Mercy, and they did get the Diva mech. So it was kind of an okay trade, but your guy's still dead. It's fine. You guys just didn't need to use window there if you were going to use both those ults, right? You just need to tell your team what ults you think you should use next fight. Like, I want to use my window here, and then you do it, right? So you don't end up overlapping a ton of ults, because that will ruin your next fight, because you're only going to have one or two ultimates in which the enemy team is going to have, 5 ultimates, and you don't want to fight 5 ultimates with, 2. And that's just something you don't usually want to do. And that happens even at the highest level of play, when you just have to use a lot of ultimates to win the fight, and it's just a fight you gotta win. And then the next fight, the enemy team just has a ton, right? Because they dry pushed. And the dry push is just a term said when you push without using any ultimates. So if a team dry pushes and they force out a bunch of ults, they got exactly what they wanted out of you. So next fight, they can use a ton of ults back and they just win, right? They can just use 3 ults and just win instantly because they made you use 4 ultimates. And that's happened a couple times through this game, and you guys got to really not do that. So right there, if you wanted to use an ult, you could have said, I'm going to use Window, or your guy should have said, I'm going to use Sigma ult, right? And that should have been the end of it. You shouldn't have used both ults there because now that your Sigma's dead and your Ashe is poking out there, they might die too because the Hanzo's not dead. They could win that fight with the Ashe.
The end.
And they do win the fight with the Ashe. That's not good. So you guys are a little staggered out right now, and it's not too good. I think you're still going to win because your spawn's just closer, but you got to keep in mind the cart's not getting pushed very far yet, so it's just, you got to be careful with these kind of situations because it's just chaos right now. And you guys got to call a reset right now. Well, it's still in your favor.
Got him, Diva.
Guys, I'll do Lucio.
That was it. I don't think that was very necessary to hide in that corner right there. You could have just backed up, but alright, whatever. It's just another way of... Oh, no. That's unlucky, I guess. I wouldn't have challenged Reinhardt as a healer anyways. You should just be backing up right there. So I guess it's not really that unlucky, but it is unlucky that you walked around the corner and just got instantly pinned. But that's kind of what happens for pushing up that far. Like, you're a healer. You can't really be pushing up that far. You should be backing up. Just heal, right?
Oi.
Unfortunate.
Guys, I need heal.
Your guy
but
needs
hey,
heal, and you're not there. It's
Lucio,
very
Lucio,
sad.
Get Zen and give me the Discord. Okay, okay.
Moira now. Okay. I'm very surprised you're healing like that. You're burst healing. I did not think that you would know what that is. I was just about to teach you how to heal on Moira, but it looks like you already know what you're doing. Moira's little healing cloud heals over time when you burst people with it. Like, if you just give them a little puff, it will heal them for a little bit. Like, it will heal them over time. And your Ashe isn't in, like, immediate danger right now, so just healing her, like that is actually really good. So I'm surprised that you knew that. That's really good.
Diva no mech.
This is very... this sucks. I think that you might lose here, judging by the time of the video. Yeah, like I said, if you just saved your ults, like, if you didn't use both Window and Sigma ult right now, you probably could keep holding, and that was the big mistake. But we're about to see what's gonna happen right here. Bob comes in. Dragons come in. You are winning this fight. But here's the thing, even if you win this fight, they still got a minute 40, and that's a long time to go. Just holding this little corner. It's
Heal me, heal me. Oh, I'm dead.
a minute 30 is a pretty good amount of time. That's 2, maybe even 3 fights, and you have to live that long. That's on just this little corner. Like, it's gonna be a little rough for you.
Guys, I almost have my ult.
You are very low. Okay, you're gonna use orb. That's okay.
Okay.
I would have just gone to find a health pack since you just won the fight, but orbing right here is okay because the enemy team's not back yet all the way. And by the time they come back, you'll have another orb. Like, right now, you have another orb, so you're ready. Wasting your orb right there at the beginning, like, you almost have your ult, so it's okay. But, like, just so you know, don't use your orb at, like, a damage orb right off the bat, because unless you're using it to just get your ultimate and pop it, like, I'm sure what you're going to do is, like, immediately pop your ultimate right here. Because that damage orb is about to go give you a lot of ult charge. They do have a Diva, so if she's smart, she'll just eat it. And that's exactly why you do not want to waste the 10-second ability at the right at the start of the fight. You want to use the orb to heal your team because it does so much healing. And the Diva won't be able to eat it as easily because you're healing inside of your team, right? You bounce it across the walls, so it just heals your team until the ball runs away, right? or the ball runs out, I mean. So right here, hopefully the D.Va doesn't eat it, and you do get a lot of ult charge, but just be aware, as you climb the ranks, if you use Moira's orb like that, and just throw it out there, divas will just eat them. And that's just a waste of an ability, because defense matrix is just using a defense matrix for a split second is a way better trade than using a Moira orb for a slight amount of damage before she eats it. And she did eat it. You want to know how I can tell you were not getting that much ult charge? You only got 2% and off of that was just off of you damaging. You do have a lot of healing right now, so you will be prepared to heal with just your mist here. You just kind of shot your mist at nothing right there, so make sure you're not just wasting your healing like that. Fade, 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 fade. Nice, nice. You gotta ult, because they're gonna keep fighting, I think. Ult, ult, ult. Your team's low. They need it.
Heal me, heal me, heal me.
As soon as that D.Va bomb got to, and they popped the wall, you should have just ulted, dude. Because that does so much healing, your ultimate. I don't think you realize how much healing that does. It's so much if you just track your teammates, right? Just heal with it. Don't damage really with your ult in this situation, because your team just needs to stay alive and just sustain. Because if you can heal your team and they can get picks, because if they can just get picks with your healing, and maybe even your ult will, you know, go through your teammate and also damage at the same time, that's just a bonus, right? So that would be great, but it does look like this is coming to an unfortunate end.
Guys, Symmetra! Oh my god.
Contest, Ash.
Yeah, it just came down to the ultimate again. You just really need to use it right there, and you just didn't. I don't know why, but now you know. Okay, that's all that matters is learning.
GG.
It sucks.
I have 43 kills, 15.
Okay, well, this will be the end of the video. Or the VOD review. Please, 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 when I send this back to you on Reddit, let me know what you thought. If you thought it was good, maybe even give me a 0 to 10, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10 kind of a thing. Let me know how good I did. If you let me know something you learned, even, you know, give me a little bit of feedback, even, you know, just help me out, because I am just starting. So if you could do that, it would mean very much to me. You could, if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel or anything, I will oftentimes play scrims with my team, post VOD reviews on there for you to watch for yourself. I will oftentimes just be joking around with my friends, some fun stuff like that. I have a Twitch. It is twitch.tv /sunbun01 if you want to see my Twitch. I do stream sometimes on competitive or scrims or even tournament matches with my team. And then you can also follow me on Reddit if you feel like it. None of that is required. Just if you liked it, you can go ahead and do that. And I will be leaving a comment on your video. Go ahead and leave a comment on my video as well when you watch it. Just say thanks or something like that, just so I know you saw it. Or even just message me on Reddit too. That would work. I just would really appreciate some feedback. Overall, I think you can improve a lot. There's tons of room for improvement. I definitely see potential. You could easily get to platinum in a season or two just by trying to learn how to play the game. All right. And then you could even go past platinum if you wanted to, if you want to get super competitive. But that does take time, because after platinum, it gets quite hard. I'm going to be really honest with you. Climbing through diamond is pretty difficult. Masters and grandmasters, the mechanics just get better and better. The gameplay just gets faster and faster. You gotta constantly get better if that's something you want to do. But if you just want to play this game casually and you thought you might give a VOD review a try, that's cool too. Thank you for sending in the video, and I'll see you next time.